Have you ever engaged in a serious debate over which is better, Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings? Have you ever played Smash or Pass using only characters from Star Wars and Marvel movies? If you answered yes to any of these questions, we have the podcast for you. Listen to The Steam Gentleman, the podcast where an expert panel convenes to ask the questions about pop culture and social commentary that other podcasts are afraid to ask. Listen to The Steam Gentleman on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Wrestling fans, promoters, wrestlers, and anyone who enjoys pro wrestling now have something new to be excited about. The Wrestling Fans International Association, the WFIA, is back. WFIA is an association that exists to promote, grow, and support professional wrestling throughout the world. Membership is free. Your membership includes a free digital bi-monthly publication of the Wrestling Fan News newsletter, association updates, voting privileges, and much more. Please go to thewfia.org, that's THEWFIA.org, and become a member today.
Here we are again, ladies and gentlemen, back in action with the Real World Chronicles. This is All Elite Wrestling, and I am your host, Brad Drake. That's right, everybody. We are using the Real World Chronicles mod. You can find it over on the Grey Dog software forums for download, and it's a pretty good mod. We've been playing it for a while here, and we are going to continue on with our save. So for those of you that are unfamiliar, AEW in February went ahead and filed a trademark for a new television show called Collision. Now, we have already been running a third television show on Saturday mornings called Championship Wrestling, so all I did was just plug in the name Collision into that time slot, so we're going to keep this somewhat realistic. I did have to design a logo, since no logo has been filed yet for Collision, so that's it. Here we go. We're recording it on Thursday, and the show airs on Saturday mornings. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and read off our card. We have 4 dark matches, and in those dark matches, we're going to see Madison, Rayne, the Acclaimed, Kip Sabian, and Luchasaurus. And then going on to the main card here, in our opener, see that? We already screwed up. We have the Acclaimed book twice, so this one should be the Guns, and it will be. Okay, so our opening bout is going to be the Acclaimed versus the Briscoes. We are going to see Brody King versus Jon Moxley. Andrew Everett is going to battle Powerhouse Hobbs. It's not going to go well for Mr. Everett there. And our main event, everybody, is going to be the Death Triangle, or what used to be the Death Triangle, against the Elite in a big 6-man tag main event. We're going to see promos from Jon Moxley, Bryan, Danielson, and the Elite. Obviously, everybody, this show is a lot smaller of a show than our normal shows, yet it can still be exciting and has some fun stuff going. So let's get to it, everybody. Let's get to booking. And here we go with our opener. 5 minutes, and it is going to be, what is this young lady's name again? McKenna versus Rayne. Okay, so Kaia McKenna is her name. She is going to face Madison Rayne. We're going to give the win here, everybody, to Madison Rayne. I really like this part of the save, or in this save, that we're not carrying enhancement talents. We are just picking them up in the towns we go to. I think it's works out a lot better. All right, up next, we're going to have Jordan Blade and Joe Keys against the Guns. Obviously, the Guns are nowhere near championship level in our game. So we have that going for us. We have Blade and Keys versus the Guns. This one's going to be another 5-minute match. And I wonder if this guy's real last name is Blade. What do you think? Think that's his real last name? All right, here is Jordan Blade, and here is Joe Keys. They are facing the Guns, who are still very green and need a lot of work. And we will have Austin Gunn get the win for his team. That one's booked. They, of course, are currently, or at least as of the time I'm making this recording, they are the AEW World Tag Team Champions. Up next, we have Ricky Mandel against Kip Sabian. And here we go, Mandel. Some of you may be asking why I do so many dark matches. And it's really to get our people experience, to get them reps. And in real life, they actually did this before. You know, if they were doing a half-hour show, they'd have a half hour more of dark matches before the show to make it an hour to get people to buy a ticket to come out and watch it. It was a really good idea and a win for everybody. So we're continuing that little bit of heritage. A lot of times, like when they would tape Saturday Night's Main Event in the 80s and stuff like that, they'd actually have Hulk Hogan after, there'd be like a big Hulk Hogan match after the cameras went off air. That's just how they did things. All right, so here we go. Mandel versus Sabian. Sabian obviously gets the win. And up next, we're going to have Will Ferrara, who at one point was a prospect for Ring of Honor. We are going to have Ferrara versus Luchasaurus. And Will Ferrara kind of fell out of favor and was gone. But I thought he was a scrappy guy in the ring. Very small guy, but a scrappy guy. And again, we're putting a small wrestler in there against a larger wrestler in Luchasaurus to make Luchasaurus look even bigger than what he is. It's a little trick, everybody. A little pro wrestling trick. All right, up next here. We are on the main show here. We're going to open up with the Acclaimed against the Briscoes. They are going to go 12 minutes. The Acclaimed are currently in a feud with the Guns. And the Briscoes are currently in a feud with FTR. We can auto-name this one, and we are going to have Mark Briscoe get the win for his team, but it's going to come by outside interference. And we're going to have Austin Gunn interfere. That'll help that feud go. And of course, the Briscoes are heels in this save. So there we go. So that'll keep that feud going strongly. All right, up next, we're going to have that Jon Moxley promo. And here we go. So a 6-minute promo. And Jon Moxley cuts a promo on Adam Page. I am not a very big Jon Moxley fan. I'm definitely not a fan of his promos. I can stomach him more in the ring than I can stomach his promos. His promos are terrible. And I like to call Jon Moxley Stone Cold at Sushi Onita, Terry Funk, Hayabusa, Moxley. How's that sound? And he's going to talk to Jimmy Smith. We're going to have Jimmy Smith do the work here. And here is Adam Page. We'll plug him in. Adam Page will be off screen. And up next, we have our King versus Moxley match. They're going to go 10 minutes. Here is Brody King. Now, despite me sharing my own opinions on Jon Moxley, I will say there's a lot of people that like him and like his style. So, hey, all the more power to him. I don't quite understand the heel turn of the Blackpool Combat Club that has nobody from Blackpool or with combat experience in the club. But anyway, I don't know why you need them heels, but that's what they've decided to do, and that's what they've done. So that's what we're dealing with. All right, Bryan Danielson is going to cut his promo up next here. 6 minutes. Bryan Danielson cuts a promo on MJF. All right, here we go. Here is Bryan Danielson. And he's going to talk to Jimmy Smith also. There's Jimmy Smith. And they are talking about that MJF, the no good, dirty heel World Heavyweight Champion. All right, that one is booked. And up next, we have Everett against Powerhouse Hobbs. This is going to be a squash match, of course. 5 minutes. We are doing everything we can to make Powerhouse Hobbs look as powerful as possible and to get him over. And here is Powerhouse Hobbs. And there we go, Hobbs with the victory here, everybody. And we are not going to have Aubrey Edwards referee that match. All right, so we got that fixed. All right, up next here we have an Elite promo. And we'll see how they do. The Elite cut a promo. So here we go. Here we have Kenny Omega, who I've said time and time again, I think is very talented and he can put on really good matches when he wants to. It's just a matter of what he wants to do for that match. But he is a capable guy, and I think he is the real deal. I just think he works a pretty silly style most of the time. All right, here is Jimmy Smith. And, of course, we have the two Jackson brothers, which are the Young Bucks. And I don't quite know if you call what they do wrestling. But, again, personal opinions aside, there is a market for what they do, and there are people that really like them. So, hey, all the power to them. So here's Pac. Here is Penta, whatever he's going by now. And here is his brother, I believe, in Rey Fenix, who just got the win over Matt Jackson on our last show. All right, so these three will be off screen, but this will keep the feuds going for all of them. And this one's booked, and now that could be a 6-minute promo. There we go, 6-minute promo. And now we have our big main event, which is a 6-man tag. That's right, everybody. It's not a trios goo. Oh, I hate that trios. All right, here is Pac. Here is Penta. Here is Rey Fenix. Phoenix, however it goes. Here is Kenny Omega. And here are the Young Bucks. All right, so here we go. Here we have the Death Triangle versus the Elite. All right, we're going to leave this one open-ended, everybody. Either way this one goes will be good for us. So that's cool. All right. We're going to cut some time off here. Take this down to 12 minutes. And then we will cut a minute off the Moxley promo. So there we go. We're at 65 now. So let's see how we do here. All right. McKenna versus Rayne. Rayne gets the win with that shining Yakuza kick. 26 overall. She continues to develop. The Guns get the win here over Keys and Blade. Looks like Keys has a little bit of a skullet going there, huh? Is he balding a little bit? A little bit of a skullet? I dig it. All right, 37, 35, 30, and 30 gives us a 27 overall. Gun Boys are not good in this mod. Ricky Mandel against Kip Sabian. Kip Sabian scores a 51. Mandel with a 32. And Sabian gets the win with that springboard dropkick, 37 overall, everybody. All right, Ferrara versus Luchasaurus. It does not go well for Ferrara. Luchasaurus gets the win, 35 overall. Here we go with our opening bout here, 61, 58, 56, 52. And I'm telling you, the Briscoes are criminally underrated in this mod. 58 overall for the win. And of course, Austin Gunn interfered, causing the Briscoes to get that win. And our feud continues here. Lots of green, Green equals money, everybody. Hey, Jon Moxley gets a big 83 promo here with Jimmy Smith. Good stuff. Excellent. And up next, we have Brody King and Jon Moxley. And Moxley gets the win with a Death Rider. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but he got the win with it. So 74-55 nets us a 69. Up next here, Bryan Danielson gets a 73 on his promo. And this guy's promos are all over the place. Sometimes we get in the 80s, sometimes we get in the 60s. This one gets a 73. You just never know what you're going to get with the Bryan Danielson promos. All right, what's our next bout here? Everett versus Hobbs. Hobbs gets the win with that frog splash. 51-45 gets us a 42, and there's no reason a guy the size of Hobbs needs to be doing a frog splash. That finisher should definitely change, and experience and consistency are our main takeaways here. And here we go with the Elite with their promo, and of course, I clicked on the wrong mat, which may have actually helped the promo, actually. We get a 68 for this promo. Lots of green. Green equals money. Here comes our big main event, everybody. And look at that, 84 for Ray Phoenix, whatever he goes by, whatever it goes, however you pronounce it. All right, lots of 70s, 160, couple 80s, gets us a 74 overall. And that should score us a pretty good score for this match. And Penta has declining physical ability already. Fair enough. All right, let's go ahead and finish this one up. Let's see how we do. Get a 74 overall. It's an outstanding score for this mod. Get an increase in 16 regions. And of course, we're limited on our growth. Fair enough. This one's going to take us back to the main screen. And we're going to be doing some touring up here next, everybody. Billy Preston. He's a 2018 graduate from the Pro Wrestling Australia Academy. Good for him. All right, what do we got going here? A little bit of incoming here. Daivari is hurt. Broken neck. Ooh. I would say he's going to be out for a little while. Oof. And I think we had him with Global Force Wrestling, too. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. He's going to be out for over a year. Oof. Wonder what happened there. Maybe he got hurt at the Ring of Honor show. Let's see here. Let's look through. Yes, against Danhausen. I was just at a comic book convention over the weekend here, and I saw Danhausen there along with Brody King. Brody King is not as big of a dude as you'd think he was, and Danhausen was about 5'9", maybe 180 pounds. All right, that's going to do it for us, everybody, for this one. For those of you that are new to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Leave us a message below. Let us know you found the channel. What you think of us so far. Everybody, do you want to get this show and all of our shows early and YouTube ad-free? Well, you can over on Patreon, patreon.com/PowerCast Network. Over there, you'll not only find all of our shows early and YouTube ad-free, but you will find all of our spreadsheets. You will find for download the 1987 Supermod version 10.1 and all of its updates. And you will find all of our specials and bonus shows and so much more. Not to mention, everybody, you will also receive a free, that's right, a free membership to Wrestling Fans International Association, and you'll get a free digital subscription to the publication Wrestling Fan News. So it's packaged up now, everybody. You join Patreon, you also join the WFIA. Of course, if you don't want to join the WFIA, just let us know, but it's a pretty cool combo, a little two-for action there, everybody. Check it out. You can join Patreon for just a cup of coffee, everybody. It's only $5. Check it out. Lots of good stuff on there. Check us out over on social media, facebook.com/group/1987Supermod. You can also find us over on Reddit under the subreddit of TEW 2020 Friends. And don't forget, everybody, we are also on Discord under 1987 Supermod. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time.